Activate.
Activate.
Hello, gamer. Welcome to Cringe City.
I'm gay.
My name is Potato, and my life is potato. I am a potato. Hello. Do you like my new profile picture?
Oh, thinking potato?
Yeah.
Looks kind of
I mean-
lame.
You're always thinking though, so I don't. Did I say activate?
Yeah, you did.
I actually don't remember.
You Small brain.
Small brain.
Did I say it on time at least? This like last 45 seconds.
You had boomer reaction times, but yes.
I think you just had a stroke then.
You delayed it by like 0.5 seconds.
Well, anyway.
So I'm a potato now. I'm no longer a cowboy. I could be a potato cowboy.
Haven't you always been potato though?
Not
Like in your heart of hearts?
I define potato.
You see, I think that's what we need to do
Yes.
today.
Defining a potato.
Are we defining the inherent characteristics of a potato? Like what makes a potato, or
Well,
without
I mean, it's
would a
really-
potato be a potato without us observing the potato? Is that what we're doing?
I think it's really a matter of what perspective you look at it from.
Yes,
Like,
it would.
are we like? So, what do we call a potato? Is it a matter of like the taste? Is it a matter of the looks, of how we find it? Like, do we take the perspective of the farmer, of the consumer, of the Mother Earth? Like, how do you define a potato? That's the real question. Before we can define a potato, we have to define how we're going to define it. And that's why this potato is thinking really hard.
But it looks a little angry because is it the answer it's getting to not what it thinks it should be?
All the chemical, biological, atomic, and molecular properties that constitute a potato. That's a potato.
Nice. So, how are you, gamer? What have you been up to?
We have been gaming.
Oh, yeah. Tell us more about that.
I just built a new computer with all the parts and new parts.
Oh, I thought you actually just like changed the case.
No, I got the 27X. 2700X.
Is it a
Ryzen 7 2700X?
Neato. Yeah, I saw some bits of this for the stream. Your computer is dirty, dude. But
Well, of course.
If I'm being honest, I think mine is worse, probably.
I had
and
bad
what did you
cable
upgrade
management. Oh, so previously I had a 52600. Yeah, it was a 52600.
Nice.
So
So we had the same upgrade then.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm gonna be upgrading from an i5. I don't remember whatever the fuck that was, to a Ryzen 9 3900. So I'm gonna look down on you peasants.
Well, I didn't want to spend like $600 for a thing.
Yes, this shit was so.
I don't really need it right now.
I figured if I'm gonna build a computer, I might as well like really do it. I've had this computer for 5 years now without changing a component, and it's working okay with like League, Overwatch, even though I don't touch it anymore, and stuff like that. But like, I need an upgrade, man. I'm gonna be doing some shit.
It's okay though, because now you can edit some episodes of the Pawcats. Happy face.
Once I get my new PC, which should be in about a month from now.
You can play Hell Let Loose now too.
Not yet.
Well, now when you get the new computer.
Night crawlers.
So, on my journey to get the new computer parts, I had to go to Micro Center, which is a fantastic place with a lot of nerds. Although there's places like Best Buy and I don't know any other place that sells computer hardware similar, but the people at Micro Center, at least like the employees, seemed as though they were enjoying themselves.
How far away was it? 5-hour drive, you said.
It was actually like a 3.5 hour drive. I think I misjudged the distance, so it wasn't that bad. And it was like just a straight shot too, so it was really not that bad at all. It just took a whole afternoon to get there and back, but because the drive was so long, I didn't want to stay.
So you couldn't get lost like last time.
Well, when I was driving, that drive was a 12-hour drive also, like legitimate 12-hour drive one way. So there was no
XP.
way I was able to. And also, it was during flooding season, so all of the places were flooded. Literally, I wouldn't have gotten lost if the town that I went through was not flooded.
Did you buy anything else besides the mobile and CPU?
Or the RAM as well, which I thought I had picked 3000 megahertz RAM, but I actually got 2600 megahertz RAM. So, which is not a
Rope.
big deal. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. And I'm just getting these components to build a stream PC. So that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna do that today. I don't think I'm gonna stream it because it may be slow. I think I could build it in like 30 minutes, honestly.
Wow, pussy.
Maybe I should do it, yeah. Speed run.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm gonna speed run building the other PC today.
Speed run. What do you mean?
I built it as fast as possible.
Speed run and then you'll break it more.
Are you? Wait, I don't get it. Why would you be the one running? I thought the point was to get your PC running.
Yeah, I need to run to the virtual end of getting the computer on.
Did you just call the computer a pewter?
Computer, yeah.
Let's just call it a pewter. So you're gonna speedrun building your pewter?
I think Discord just got out because I did say
Pewter City.
My adventure to Pewter City. That's what I'm gonna name the stream title. Running to Pewter City.
Yeah. Are you gonna use your new pewter as a flashlight like the old one?
I don't know where this meme came about in your mind.
Well, I mean, you said you had to clean up your PC, and I mean
Yeah.
you're a fucking weeb, and you also sent us those pictures of, oh my god, my PC can't be that cute. So I
What are
figured
you talking about?
you know what I'm talking about, you freak.
No, actually, I do not. What pics are you talking about?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I don't remember this meme. Are you sure that was me?
No, but obviously it was you.
Maybe that was me.
You're the same person.
Yeah, that was probably Zai's. That sounds like a Zai's meme.
Hold on, how can I find it?
I don't know where you're looking or where you think you saw it. So I don't know how you're gonna search for it.
Just scroll up
Was it in the cafe?
on the general channel.
Where does it? What's the substance of the meme again? The last meme that I posted was the optic cable GF.
I think it was after that.
Describe it again.
Yes.
You need to describe the meme so I can look, because I'm
It
not
was a while
seeing
ago.
anything.
Because I've been spamming memes as well. Because I was bored at work. It's not my fault.
There's just so many Zoomer memes.
That's true. It's because of me IRL.
Imagine being a redditor.
No, you. I'm not a redditor. I browse Reddit. It's not the same.
How is that anything but the same?
Well, you can browse and you can post.
Okay, literally no memes about what you're talking about.
No, there's one. It's before the optic cable. Holy shit! When did you post it?
I have no like I think
No,
you're just imagining this.
no. I'm asking Zach. Like, it was a while ago. Maybe it was in the commuters channel.
What even was the meme?
I'm looking for it too.
Like you're not describing it well enough.
Are you looking for it in the Yeah, no. I don't think
General.
it's here. Is it in general? I'm not finding it in general. I'm looking in general as well.
This is good content.
I think so.
We should just cut all this us searching for the.
I'll cut you.
Am I recording? Oh, I found it.
Did you?
No, obviously, because I don't know what I'm looking for.
You boomer.
We said
Imagine
flashlight
not
meme, but I
knowing
don't
what
know what that means. I
Imagine
don't
not
think that's
knowing what a
what you.
meme is. I got up to your to you posting your spooky Halloween costume. So I don't know how far up you're scrolling, guys. I think
Let's
it
just
might have
search.
been
Let's search
before that.
Google.
Yeah.
Describe the meme again. We can find it.
Yes.
We will find it.
It's a picture of a computer case, and inside the computer case, there's that anime of my little sister can't be this cute, and the joke is that my little computer can't be this cute.
Oh, I think I know what meme you're talking about.
Yeah, because I called you a fucking weeb. No, I got up to China Watch. So I don't think it's here. I don't think it's on in general. No. We got up to the Belle Delphine thing. No. It's not in the I think it's yeah, no, definitely not. I think it's the commuters channel.
Is it this?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't remember posting this.
Well, you're a fat weeb, so
Maybe I did post it. This looked kind of familiar, but I don't remember posting it.
anyways, why would you fuck
Why
your
did we
PC?
spend? Why did we spend that much time looking for this? That's why I said
Because you're fucking your PC, and that's gross.
It's pretty funny though.
It is. I mean, if you're a weeb, I'm not a weeb. Tell them, Zayas.
I should get
Says
some
the one who
stickers.
watches anime.
Who? You mean Paladin?
I need
I
to get
don't
some
watch
stickers.
anime.
It looks like
Actually, I
some
low
pretty
key
some decals.
want to watch JoJo.
Okay, how long did we just spend? We just spent like 15 minutes looking for this meme.
It's okay. It's content.
No, we're gonna cut all that, and then we'll like put 15 minutes later, and then we'll put this.
15 minutes later.
Okay, well now that we're past this, then now that I know the origin of this meme, it's the evolution that you gave it was pretty bad because I didn't know exactly what you were referencing when you said it. So get good, make better memes.
So my question to you,
Have
Pally,
higher level
why
meme
would you
potential
do
than being a
this?
redditor.
Why would you do this to your computer? It doesn't even have fitting ports unless you have a really small penis. It's gross,
Yeah,
dude.
this is just not a good meme. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give it a chance, but it's a bad meme.
You don't find it funny because you're offended because it's true.
It's not that I don't find it funny, it's just that it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's
It's really a stretch. If it's funny in your mind, then it's a good meme, but
Emoto was just trying to project his own problems onto someone else, and in a bad meme.
like, why has this image been in your
What?
head for so long? Like, that's the real thing we need to get to the bottom of.
All right, next topic.
Why has this
That's
Now
what I'm
let's
saying.
let's
to be
move
in your
on
mind?
to gamer news. I got any gamer news?
I mean, this person who made this computer is obviously a gamer, and it having a significant impact
He's
on your
obviously a
mental
weeb.
state is
Because he
I
likes
think,
both anime
newsworthy.
and emotos.
Who's Imuto?
You're emoto
No, I
because
mean
you like
Pluto.
emotos.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
You see, that's why my memes are good. I gave you the nickname Emoto because it's similar
No, you
to
didn't. Okay.
Budo.
Shut
I
up.
literally
You
did, though.
did not. You literally did not.
Because you
Lily,
always pick
kidding?
movies with porn and sex and incest.
Lily Pichu called me Imuto before you did. So
Are
shut
you
the.
sure?
Yes, she did, and she was.
Are you,
drawing-
have
she
you
was
heard about?
drawing people. Listen up.
I'm
She was
listening to what you're
drawing
saying.
people from her. She was drawing subs. She saw, and I asked to be drawn, and she was like, "Oh, in Budo, that sounds like Imuto," and she drew me as like a little girl. So shut the fuck up. Lily did it before you did.
Are you sure? Have you heard of divergent evolution?
Source.
Yes.
Post the clip.
Oh, that was like 2 years ago. Are you kidding?
I have been calling you Mudo since I've met you.
Except
No source. No evidence then.
No, I don't have this. I must have it somewhere. Maybe on my. You know what? Fair enough. I'll look for the source.
I don't know if I've known about. I don't know if I found you in G. Were you in G-Base chat before Lily's chat?
No, I was in Lily's
Wow,
chat.
we finally got him to do some research.
I think I was in Lily's chat like maybe 3-4 months before I got into.
Okay, and then what is that in how close is that to when this event happened? Were you in G-Base
Oh,
chat
like
before
no, that
or
was
after?
like. Oh, that. It was when G-Bay was streaming
On what?
on Facebook.
And
During that time, Lily drew chat, and that.
Okay. So let me just get this straight. You were also watching G-Bay prior to him going to Facebook, right?
Yes, of course.
So I'm pretty sure I knew about you, and I've called you a Mudo
Except
before
you didn't.
he went.
Except you
I
didn't.
mean, maybe you don't remember because it wouldn't have
Because we weren't friends. Because you don't have friends.
That's what I'm saying, right? We were just both in G-Base chat because we were both mods at the time before he went to Facebook. So I'm just saying, Divergent Evolution. You know what it is? Maybe we were both in Lily's chat at the same time, and I called you a Mudo, and she subconsciously read that. Maybe it was my fault that she
I'm gonna
picked you.
find it. I'm gonna find it. I have
There's
my
something-
I have my old pictures folder, and I'm gonna find it.
we are weebs. So
What do you mean? Speak for yourself, Weeb.
Lily and I are weebs. So there's a thing called Divergent Evolution, and we could have just both come up with the same idea.
We need some Twitch historians to dig up the information.
I'm gonna find the picture.
I typically
if
come
I
up
have
with a
it saved,
nickname
it's
for
in-
every people that I meet. So
I have it saved. It's in this folder. Wait, what's this? Oh, look! I found your Zeiss. I
French
found your 2016 Christmas letter to. Oh, that's so cute.
that's actually cringe.
That's so cute. 2016.
I still have all my letters saved.
Neat,
You guys are cringe.
says the weeb.
How long are you gonna be looking for this? Should we take a break?
No, I'm gonna. I just need
Said
to
one
copy
week
it.
to the other.
What do you mean? I'm not a weeb. Fuck, I'm finding weeb wallpapers now. Shit.
Imagine
I
not
mean,
purging stuff.
what?
Purging stuff.
No, I'm not purging anything. These memories, however cringe they may be, are very precious.
All my wallpapers are hentai anyway.
Oh my god, the shit memes I have. Holy fuck. Those are like old ass memes. And they're awful. Jesus.
Speaking of old,
No, I don't have it. I don't have it anymore.
no, I don't know how to segue into this. Oh, is it new segment time? How long? What time are you guys at? Because I was recording like 10 minutes before you guys did.
It is currently almost 8 p.m.
No, I mean, how long have you been?
23 minutes.
8 p.m.
How long have you been recording in Buddha?
23:40.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, never mind. So I'm only like 2 minutes ahead of you. 3 minutes. So it's not news time. News time is at like 45 minutes.
Okay, boomer.
What else? Oh, we were talking about gaming, right?
Yeah. Like
So-
gamers do.
Being a gamer, and also a weeb, I was playing Pac-Man, or not Pac-Man, Kirby.
You were getting played by Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man is pretty fun in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, retarded character.
You got wrecked way faster than I
killed
did
him.
every time.
I killed him a couple times.
I
Okay,
killed
maybe
him
one
quite a
time.
few times.
No,
but
no.
I
You
kept
didn't. You
giving out
didn't.
my
You didn't win.
sauce.
You didn't win a single match.
I think I won one against him.
I won 2. I don't think you won one. I really don't think you did.
I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
I,
maybe you. I don't think you did. Did
I'm
you?
fairly certain I did. Yeah, at
Okay.
least one or two.
I know I won 2, exactly 2.
But I kept like just diving off the stage so many times
Yep. Can
because I love
confirm.
doing that.
So we were playing Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and honestly, that was a lot of fun.
You finally had people to play against other than Bob.
Yeah, I mean, bots get boring real quick because they.
Did you turn it to level 9?
You
I can
guys
beat
move so
level.
slow. Sleeps.
Can definitely beat level 9, but it's the problem with level 9s is it's just about finding ways to abuse them. It's not like you're playing a real person that's going to adapt to your play style and that you have to try and make reads and stuff like that. Also, Zeiss, yes, we're moving slow, but we are beginning. That's the whole
Well,
point
I
of
was playing
practice.
Kirby. He's just a slow person.
You are a slow person.
All right, let's look up the speed tier list.
I think I think I could get decently good at the game. Like I was really making progress until I started getting tired, and then I just
Kirby is
So why are
Is
you
it-
guys gay and don't play
middle
any
bag.
princesses? What a bunch of fags.
Well, you see, I'm playing Corin, and while she's not a princess, she is a dragon.
dragons are
But
pretty
she is
good.
not
Oh,
Shyvana.
She's not
She's better.
Shyvana, but she's pink.
that's a skin. She's not inherently pink. She's blue.
No, how much
Sounds
is a
like a
Switch?
real stretch to me.
You know what's a stretch? Your mama's pussy after I'm done with her.
What were you about to ask? How much is what?
How much is a Switch on Amazon?
300.
Exactly 300.
Well, 299 US.
Okay.
It has not. That's just the price it's been.
Okay.
Like since release.
I'm asking for no particular reason in particular.
Unless you're gonna buy like a refurbished one. You can get the light for 199.
No,
I
no,
think.
no. Don't get the light. It's not a console. It's like a hand. Like you can't actually dock it. So
Yeah, I
don't see
know.
it.
Like that's
I
the whole
don't see the-
point.
Imagine playing Smash.
It's I think it's
on
lighter
it.
as well.
Imagine playing Smash on that thing. Oh god.
I think I'm gonna go buy a GameCube controller after this stream, after this recording.
Wait, you don't have one?
No, I haven't been using one.
Holy shit. I have 3 USB GameCube controllers.
Have you
Right.
been using those when we're playing?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, because see, I have
Do you have the adapter?
What did happen? No, I'm using USB GameCube controllers, so there's no adapter. The console registers them as Joy, but it's actually GameCube controller. Yeah, and I got 3. That way, if and when, but mostly if friends come over to play, then I have 3 GameCube controllers and 1 Joy-Con controller, and there's gonna be one idiot stuck with the Joy-Con.
I mean, Joy-Cons aren't so terrible.
Yeah,
They're just kind of
not.
small.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to play with them because so the way I play is I swapped the A and X buttons, and I play like so my left hand is normal, but my right hand is a claw. Like I have my index finger on the B
Ew.
button.
Why do you hold
my
your controller like
middle
that?
finger on the A button. Well, because I don't need to hit the R and the other thing behind the controller, because it's also a grab and it's also a shield, so I don't need them. And I want to be able to access all the buttons as fast as possible. So like if I only have my thumb to hit B and A and X, then I'm kind of stuck, like I'm gonna be.
You can play well with any controls if you is good. So I guessed if you're
Yeah.
bad at it, then you is just bad. Ooh ooh.
It's not a matter of being good or bad. It's just a matter of being comfortable, and I feel very comfortable this way. I feel like this, like it's I sort of hold the controller in a similar manner when I play DM, where I mean I'm going to be stretching the left hand also quite a bit, but yeah, I'm used to not holding the controller like it's meant to, just because you actually have access to a lot more options.
No, actually, a lot of like FPS players play like that because you can't like jump, dodge, or jump and crouch in with the same finger, right? You have one finger on
Yeah.
or like you can't look around and jump and crouch at the same time. So you'll have their right hand will be a claw, their thumb will be on the joystick, and their pointer finger will be on the
Yeah.
the button.
And you
That's
have
how you
the
play, right?
yeah, you have the right thumb on the control stick,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I do too. It's
That's
really
like the
useful.
optimal way to play because
What
you
do
can.
what do you use the control stick for?
Well, like in or in what?
I'm asking you, what do you use it for in Smash? Is it for
Uh,
Smash?
no, I don't
No.
use it that much.
What is it
I use
bound
it for
to?
my regular attack, like my charge attacks.
So Smash
No, just a
tilt.
yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I use it for tilt too.
Like so I don't have to press a direction and my attack. I can just use it
Yeah,
for
it's really
the
useful for back airs in particular. You can just run in a direction, like move in a direction and attack the other direction in the
yeah.
others. And also, it's kind of useful when you want to dash cancel. You know what dash canceling is, right?
Sure.
Can you explain it to us?
Where you attack and you stop moving.
This kid can't even wave dash.
It's funny because I know what it is, but I barely ever do it. Because I feel like it's not really useful on Corrin. I mean, I guess I could do it with a forward, but honestly, any point I could forward tilt, I usually just end up jabbing. But I guess if I'm at against, like, if my opponent's at high percent, um I should tilt forward tilt instead, because I don't need percentage. I need to get them off the.
So when are you guys going to enter tournaments and try to get a QT Smash GF?
In a little bit.
Are
Soon
there any
enough.
good Smash girls?
There might be a couple if you look like well enough.
I'm not judging like girls playing Smash. I'm judging the Smash community as a whole. There's not like usually a lot of.
Probably like 1 or 2 per continent.
That's most likely accurate. Mostly
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Smash players are too toxic and girls can't handle toxicity.
I actually wait. Am I lagging or are you lagging?
I mean, you're lagging for me, so probably I'm lagging.
And some are sexist. And don't shower.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
that's
lagging.
the big thing. Smash players don't shower, so it's kind of hard to get
I'll
the
be right back.
feminine. And he's gone. Oh, and he's back. Welcome back.
Okay, it's
Imagine playing video games online,
because-
though. You're going to run into a racist, homophobic clans like the kind that killed John CJG.
I agree that I mean I've definitely felt. Oh my god, it's dropped again. Is Discord dying? It's not my
Hello?
connection. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
You're kind of roboting. Say something.
You
Zach?
sound fine to me.
The region is still Europe. Should we change the region?
No, let me host the call.
I think you are hosting the call.
I know I'm not hosting the call. You called before I did, so you're a host.
Who hosted the call?
Wait, is there a call host even? Oh, it's fixed. It's better. I don't actually think there is a call host.
Let's just do US East, right? That's the best one.
Sure.
For
Whatever.
whatever we're on region, we're in Europe.
Well, because I created the call. Because I created the call, it automatically set it to Europe.
Isn't that exactly what I just said a minute ago? And you're like, no, I didn't do it.
I don't remember you saying anything, to be honest.
See, that's so now that the issue has been resolved, we can get back to talking about gamer news.
And smashing girls in Smash. And in real life.
So big gamer news, if anyone who vapes, don't buy anything that has the vitamin E acetate in it, because that's what the CDC is thinking is killing people. And if it doesn't say it doesn't have vitamin E acetate, still don't buy it. I think a couple thousand people have been hospitalized, and 100 have been killed.
Aren't those just the ones from the black market?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
I think almost 100 people now. 80,
actually.
50 people.
Rip.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually really sad.
And then 2,000 people have been linked, like hospital visits have now been confirmed because of the vaping.
I
It's
wonder
like-
if
Go ahead.
I wonder if vaping is more dangerous than breathing pollution.
It depends on what you're breathing in is the thing, right? Because vaping has been around for
It's in New York City.
probably vaping. Well, see, the thing about vaping is it's been around for a few years now, and no one has had the problem, and it's a recent problem. And it's
I would
something to do
imagine
with-
so, especially if it's going directly into your lungs.
And like it's a vitamin E additive, and vitamin E is like not a problem if you just consume it, but the fact that you're putting it inside your lungs is the problem.
So it's like
And the issue is like these people
it's
are
like
getting
it's like drinking water is good, but putting water in your lungs is bad.
yeah, pretty much similar to that. It's because
I'm a smart potato.
the oil the issue is the oils condense differently, and this one with this additive is very harmful to the lungs, as far as we can tell at this moment. It's like they want to blame the THC portion of the oil, but that hasn't been in every case except for the person who's been sick. But what has been is the vitamin E. And the
They
issue
should just get some.
is that people think it's the THC because people are getting on the black market. And the black market ones also had the vitamin E oil, which is the real problem. And now, since people are getting sick, some government people want to ban it without actually realizing what the problem is. But now that they know it's the problem, banning it would only make the problem worse, which we all knew anyway. And even the people who are sick want to start we need to stop vaping, when they were just vaping literally the wrong thing. So don't buy from the black market. Buy from the most reputable seller that you can. Make sure they're not getting it from a shady source. And if all else fails, just don't vape or smoke. Or don't inhale things that are not oxygen and nitrogen.
So now regular old cigs are dominating the market again. Nice.
Yeah,
And
pretty
I'm
much.
back.
So it's like maybe big tobacco spiked. This is conspiracy theories. So if you don't like that, skip ahead. Big tobacco spiked the black market with bad vape stuff.
Oh.
Because where's the black market stuff coming from, right? Who's making it? Who has the infrastructure to make it? Big tobacco.
The black ones.
Mm-hmm.
We need some investigative journalism to dig this stuff down.
Go for
Also,
it, Zeiss.
they should just get some vitamin D instead. I need lots of that, so that's why doctor prescribes that to me with my titty scales.
Well, you just need to go outside.
Yeah.
Open a window. Like
Fuck
just
that.
open a window for like 30 minutes. I don't think you need that much sunlight. How much sunlight do you need a day?
There's no video games out there.
God damn it, Zeiss.
Well, you need to get your tablet and go play Civ out in the park.
Now that's a good segue, because I think
I
I'm gonna
would.
purchase.
That's why I need
to
to
30
save up
minutes.
for it.
I think I'm gonna purchase a Windows Surface, Microsoft Surface, or whatever.
Regular sun exposure is the most natural way to get enough vitamin D. To maintain healthy blood levels, aim to get 10 to 30 minutes of midday sunlight several times per week.
Several times per week.
People
That's
with darker skin may need a little more than this. Your exposure time should depend on how sensitive your skin is to sunlight. So you probably need to be out there for a couple of hours, guys, is what they're saying.
See, I need lots of D.
Isn't it retarded that human bodies just can't make the vitamins they need?
Also, it's cold outside. Fuck that.
Well, you literally don't have to go outside. Just open your window. What story are you
opening.
on?
But
Is
it's
there too
cold.
many tall buildings? Like no, just open the blinds and put a. You don't even have to get near the window. Just put a mirror and angle it towards yourself. So be in your bed, open your window, and put a mirror so it reflects the sunlight on you. That's the
Yeah, but then
too
she
easy.
can't nap.
But that requires that I had a mirror.
Well, I don't know. I'm giving you easy solutions to your very simple problem, and if you don't want them, then there's nothing you can do, right? Continue to be sick.
Right.
Imagine complaining about not getting enough, and then you don't even open your window.
What's a girl gotta do to get some D around here?
Open the window.
Yeah, open the window. Someone will come in to help you get some D.
Monka.
But your tablet, you're saying?
Yeah. So
Speaking
I
of
think
D,
I think I'm gonna get a Surface because I want something that runs Microsoft, that runs Windows. 2 actually has a keyboard, and 3 is as lightweight as possible.
Test a good one and let me know if it can run Civ games.
It probably can't. Maybe
Nope.
Civ 3 or something. But yeah, I'll probably get one because like it would be so helpful for my job, like so handy. And let's be honest, my boss isn't gonna get me one of those.
did you ask?
No, but I already have a work computer, and it's a big ass gaming computer, so I can just play at work.
I think there's a Civ 5 demo or something on Steam you can test.
I mean, I have my Steam account.
Do most service plays kind of suck unless you're spending a lot of money on
Yeah,
it?
so use that on your tablet when you get it.
Sure, it's not gonna be anytime soon though, because I don't actually have that much use for it, and I have
I
many
know,
other priorities.
just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Was there any other gamer news we need to talk about? There was a guy who was banned from Fortnite. That's pretty funny.
Oh,
Did
tell
you
me
hear
more.
about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
This is
fuck that kid.
this is YouTuber. He has millions of subscribers, and his main game is I don't know how. I think he had like 2 million subscribers. He's a phase member.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
I
I'm
don't
searching
give a
his
fuck
subs.
or care white people are protesting his ban.
He has 2 million subs. Oh, it is so funny his video. Because like what? Hold on. What did I don't know what he expected to get. It's this guy. Anyway, he was playing like his whole his whole channel was Fortnite. So keep that in mind. And he gets upwards of millions of views on his Fortnite. And he thought it was a good idea to install a hacked client, cheating, and record himself and post a video. And he got banned.
Retard.
Like his whole video was like, oh, I found these cheats for the game. Let me install these cheats and let me make a funny video. Haha, XD. And as he was playing, he was killing people obviously with no effort at all.
He cheated. That's against the rules and unfair. So deal with it, you fucking retard. Get the fuck out of video games.
Oh shoot. T-Base server getting raided.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Hold on.
It's about time people told you that nobody likes you. Maybe now you'll change your ways.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, 1 second.
What do we do? What do we do, Pelly?
I'm gonna just ban those guys.
I don't even know who that is. Who we're supposed to ban?
Well, look what they're saying in the screenshots. That's evidence enough.
Record it.
Man.
Are you screen capping it? Ooh ooh.
Yeah, I'm screen capping.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it
One
before I
second.
do anything I'm not supposed to do, so that if anything goes wrong, it's your responsibility, not mine. And to be honest, so that's a good question. I'm not actually a big fan of banning people from servers because of DMs they sent. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's not
Though,
that
although these aren't people, they're bots, so it's fine. I know. But just in general,
if it's
like,
related to the server, then sure. But if it's
but
like
how do you define whether it's related or not?
they join the server to find people to DM, that's what I'm saying. If they're just sending you something nasty and you're just like you're actual just a member there, that's different, right?
And
It
how
should
do
be
you
on a case
define
by case.
something nasty even?
Well, I meant nasty as in like, spam advertisements and stuff, not like, vulgar, right?
Yeah, because I did get banned from servers because of DMs I sent, and it was not advertisement. It was like crude memery, but yeah, I got banned. Like it was like a PG-13 server, so I guess that's why.
So what happened on BGay's server?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm letting Pally handle.
I think it's done. I mean, they complain about people, but then they're not posting what they're doing, so I can't ban those people. It's not that I don't believe them, but I need proof.
Presumption of innocence.
Right.
Yeah. Except Emuto didn't do that. He banned the other guy who was one of the other people who was implicated and didn't even check. Just whatever.
Someone would just post at gbay99 spammed me, and I would ban.
X3.
But I guess we can talk about that. What was the last thing we were talking about?
That Fortnite kid.
Oh, okay. Let's finish it, and then we'll go on to the because that's
retard.
kind of in the same vein of being banned. So we'll go into the Discord banning later. So the Fortnite kid, he posted his video, and obviously, if you're cheating in an online video game, there's a zero tolerance policy for most games, right? Which is fair. Don't cheat in the games, especially like multiplayer one. Don't cheat in multiplayer games because you're ruining it for other people. So Epic handed him down his permanent ban for cheating. And then he released a little video. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what the were consequences. I was being stupid." Which, I mean, I guess. But why did you post a public video about it? And he knew he was going to get banned, right? Because he made a separate account and was streaming on a different computer than his normal account. So he knew he was going to get banned. And knew it might be connected to his main account, so he didn't play it in any association with his main account. And now people are crying. It's like, oh, that's too harsh. That's too harsh. And give him a shorter ban or whatever. But if Epic does that, they're just opening the floodgates to let other people cheat and get away with it. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe in a little bit he's gonna get unbanned, similar to like a Tyler 1 sort of. I'm kind of feeling it, right? That Epic was gonna let it cool down for a bit, and then they're gonna just quietly unban him, or tell him, hey, you can keep playing, but you can't post videos or something, right? Or they're gonna have to ban him.
I think it's even worse than just cheating because, in a way, he's also inciting kids to.
Yeah, that's the point, right? They're saying like, oh, he's getting away with cheating, so other people can cheat.
But it's not only that. It's like he's not just cheating; he's also inciting people to cheat, which is arguably even.
Yeah. So people are coming. Even
at the
what's his
same
face? Ninja
time-
came to his defense and saying that, oh, just give him a 3-month ban, which is absolutely ridiculous. You can't give any sort of favor. If anyone else was cheating, right? They get their account banned. They'll just make a new account. Maybe they won't cheat again. That's fine. But this guy is a public figure. He can't just make a new account and keep playing. It's like, oh, well, now everyone's going to cheat. Get at least get one strike. It's not good. They agreed to the terms. Cheating is a ban. So he cheated and he got banned. Correct. If he was cheating like in a private game, maybe I could understand, right? If he was just playing with his friends, but and people were trying to defend the fact like, oh, it wasn't a competitive game, it was a normal. It's like it doesn't matter. People play normals to have fun, and if they're getting wrecked by a cheater, they're not having fun, and they might stop. And Epic wants people to play their game, so if you're messing up other people's games, guess what? You're not helping Epic any.
I mean, it's not all surprising that you'd get that sort of reaction from a crowd of actual teenagers and children.
These when the raisin pets leave women field 5.
Yeah, cheaters. As people stop playing games just because of cheaters.
Lots of hacks 0 us.
Yeah, well, if they ban the cheaters, then no one's gonna be playing the game.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's like that's PUBG.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty well. It was for a bit.
That's funny.
Or all the cheaters are just going to playing amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm. They need to do that too. I think some companies are privy to that. They don't make it known though. Like they'll try to matchmake cheaters against each other, so they can learn more about the cheats, and also cheaters can get a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, and it's like you don't disrupt the quote unquote normal game.
Mm-hmm. So Jarvis deserves to be banned, and he deserves to stay banned.
I guess that's why I get placed against lots of cheaters, cause I'm so good and get nice headshots.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Size, you do get a lot of headshots. Like, okay. Even that one person is like, I remember that one guy's like, oh, okay, are you ever not gonna get headshots? But to be fair, in Battlefield, like the best way to kill people is just by getting headshots. So, if you're not aiming for headshots, you're not really aiming to kill anybody.
Are you telling me
I'm just a good player? So my thump.
Are you telling me that the best way to win at an FPS is to have good aim? That's crazy.
Well, because most people don't do that. They just go for body shots
Partly
to get damage.
Yeah, I know that story. It's like you're playing
You
Widow.
also need map control.
Yeah, I know. You need positioning. You need sight line. But if you play Widow, so I know this is Overwatch, but if you play Widow, there are two styles of. You have the
we
body.
can talk about Overwatch 2 later.
I mean, it's the only FPS I've really. I guess there was Tribes Ascend. That's how Tribes Ascend that I played quite a bit of back in the days. But in Overwatch, so you have two styles of play as Widowmaker. Either you're like that very cheeky Widow that only goes for headshots, and you're like you're very spiky. Either you do nothing at all. You're very inconsistent in general. Because either you do nothing at all, or
I like Widow's cheeks a lot. Ooh.
Or you just immediately win the round. And then you have the more consistent ones, especially at lower ranks, where you just go for body shots. You just go for body shots, but you go for them every single time you can shoot, and it's actually really good damage. It's good barrier. But really, you have two playstyles at medium to low rank. Of course, the higher up you go, and the more people just shoot the head.
Once Reach comes out on PC, then we'll get you to play another FPS Soma War.
Yep. That'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. Although what I liked about Overwatch is the fact that I didn't have to have good aim.
So I gotta put.
Yeah, it's also really funny to watch those videos of people hacking, getting absolutely destroyed. Because usually they're really fucking bad at the game.
Yeah.
Especially in a game.
Well, this
like
guy actually
Overwatch.
wasn't bad, but he was doing it as a meme, so
yeah, I know, but
he deserves to get wrecked even harder.
In Overwatch specifically, like someone I know said, and I think was kind of correct, that Overwatch is more of a MOBA than really a straight up which I don't totally agree with, but yeah, it's definitely quite a MOBA. And so it's really funny because when you have people hacking, it's usually like wall hacks and aimbots, and then they have like awful positioning and stuff. And you can punish them, and it's so satisfying. I've seen that compilation of a roadhog just absolutely decimating a dude that was hacking, and like he just camped him and didn't let him play the game because the dude was just that bad.
Well, hackers usually don't have any like movement or mechanical skill. They're just aiming and clicking.
Yep.
So as long as you're able to dodge their
Actual
shots,
bots.
you're able to get them.
Actual bots.
Mm-hmm. Like in what's it called? In Apex, there's occasional cheaters, but they can only aim at one person at a time, and their cheats don't work through being stunned. So as long as you can get them with an arc star and stun them so they can't actually move, or you attack them when they're attacking somebody else, you can wreck them so easily. Like they're not aware of what's happening around them. They're just trying to kill whatever person they're looking at.
Yeah, that's really funny. That someone's on my screen. I'm gonna pew pew at.
Well, naturally they would just like turn around and shoot the person who's behind them or whoever's closer. But as long as you realize that they're hacking quick enough, you can say, "Oh, hey, distract them for a second while I get behind them, and then we can get them." And it's so easy because they don't react fast enough. They're just waiting for their cheats to do everything. So it's pretty
okay.
funny.
Chief doesn't have good aim either. Just spam NADs and rocket launchers.
I remember playing Halo on the 360. God, I'm bad at FPS on especially on console.
I mean, Halo technically didn't really have to aim. You just got to get in someone's direction.
XP.
I mean, unless you're using the I forget what it's called, like the assault rifle, and you're trying to get a couple headshots to get a kill. But like using the SMG, you really don't have to get headshots to shoot.
Battle rifle.
Yeah, well,
battle
it's
rifle.
not about headshots. It's just about hitting them.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to talk about banning people on servers now for DMs and why you don't like it? But I
Well,
think
okay. So
Well, once you get decent cap smash, then maybe you'll have more better aim.
I don't think that's how it works. So yeah, the whole banning people for DMs. So
Says the one who's bad at games.
yeah, well, I'm bad at every game. That doesn't mean getting good at one game is gonna get me good at all. Probably not, actually. But anyway, so yeah,
Being good at games is interdisciplinary.
The thing about banning people. So one time I was on a Discord server and I was kind of messing around trying to. I don't know if you could say I was trolling people. I guess I was just trying to meme, but people weren't very receptive.
or you couldn't read the room.
What?
Or you couldn't read the room and realize people weren't interested.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you. Sorry.
And so I then went into someone's DM and I said,
Cause your memes are bad. Like your computer flashlight meme.
To be honest, yes, they were not good memes, but still. And I got banned from that server. Not because of the memes I sent on the server, but because of the memes I sent in DMs. And I think that's bullshit.
Well, it could be considered harassment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's retarded. Like if you first of all,
did you join and then do that immediately?
No, actually, no. I had joined like a couple days prior. So here's the thing, right? I get the point that it might be considered harassment. Fair enough. Though the problem is like, who decides that it's harassment? Because to me, I wasn't harassing anyone. Because here's the thing: if it's harassment, you tell me to fuck off. I'm not.
Right. Yeah. So
I'm
that's where the
not.
line is. And
Here's the
I
thing:
would be on your.
if you tell me shut up, you're not funny. I don't want to hear about it. I'm not gonna try to be funny. I'm just gonna call it quits. Except that didn't happen. So how are you gonna call it harassment if you're not asking me to, like, I don't know. If you're interacting with me, how am I supposed to guess that you're actually considering this harassment? Like I'm really confused. And then the problem is it's a private thing. That's why I send DMs and I don't do it publicly on the server. And so here's the thing. Let's say I DM someone and I'm in like I share 4 servers with them. And I DM them and they don't like it. Can they act like, if everyone agreed that that's a bannable offense, then in theory I should get banned from all 4 of these, right? Except it had nothing to do with the servers in question. Literally.
Okay. So
So
okay. 1 second. So I just updated the rules and info and say spamming people with ads and DMs is considered harassment and will result in a ban. Should I add everyone with that? Or just leave it there?
I
500
don't
plus
think you
people.
need to add everyone.
Yeah. I'll
I
just.
think it's pretty like it's only bots anyways that. So that's my problem. Is
I don't know. I don't know anything about moderating anything. XP.
that's the thing. I don't, because I mean it's not like there's a good answer, but this seems
What were the rules for
over.
the server? Were there any rules considered? Did you read the rules?
I might have. I mean, arguably yes, those were probably the rules. Don't harass people in DMs, probably. And I'm not saying okay. I'm
Maybe
not
your problem is
saying
you didn't get
that.
a fair trial, right? Like, did you get a chance
Listen,
to
listen. No, no,
appeal?
no, no. You don't get it. You don't get it. I'm not saying that I should not have been banned according to the rules that they set. Probably I broke some of whatever rules they set. My problem is that I think those rules are unfair. And it's not, I don't exactly care about that server. That was a random server. I mean, not exactly random, but it was irrelevant, unconsequential. The point I'm trying to get across is that that shouldn't actually be a thing that everyone does. Because if you start banning people because of DMs they send, if every single server did that, then you could easily get banned from a bunch of servers at once. For a DM. That's the thing. A DM is supposed to be a private thing outside of servers. Especially when you share multiple. Like, here's the thing: if you share one server with the person,
Yeah,
DM,
that's where I send my nudes.
exactly. That's the thing. Let's say I send some nudes to someone in DMs, and they don't like it, and they get me banned from whatever server. Like, it had literally nothing to do with the. Like, you can block me, maybe you can report me to the Discord team and get my actual account banned, but it had nothing to do with the servers themselves. Like, it literally had nothing to do with the servers.
Okay,
And so,
imagine. Well, I think it kind of does, right? Because Discord servers are like someone's. You can say consider it someone's house, yeah or no? Like you're coming in here to interact with people, and say you find yourself alone with someone in a different room and you do something nasty. Nasty, like as in something unwanted, not necessarily lewd or anything.
yeah, okay.
But then they go tell whoever's in charge of the house, hey, this person's doing this. Okay, you
Lewd.
need to leave the house. Is that not what's really happening here?
No, I don't think so. It's more like, so there is like a public room, that's the server. And then there's like a private room, that's the. And I would assume that whatever happens in the private room stays in the private room. Because here's the precedent this kind of sets. It means that I'm friends with you, Pally, which isn't the case, by the way. I hate you. And we chat a little
But
bit.
this is
and
unsolicited.
let me
messages,
finish
right?
this. Well, how do you judge that? It's just someone complaining. How is a mod going to like tell whether that was actually okay, like how can a mod tell if it was unsolicited or not? All the mod knows is what the quote unquote victim, the alleged victim, is telling them. So let me finish. Let's say we've been friends for a while, and I send you offensive memes that you don't like. Are you gonna like? You could, if that was a rule in Lily's Discord, for instance, you could actually go to Lily's mod and say, "Oh, that person just sent me this and this and that, and
He
it's
is stored in the
gross,"
balls.
and they could just ban me for it, even though it literally had nothing to do with it. But that's the kind of situation that these rules actually allow, especially when they're so loosely defined. Like literally, you could get banned from a server just because of something you sent privately, regardless of context. Like it doesn't matter how long you've known the person for, it doesn't matter what your previous experiences or exchanges had been with that person. And I don't like that. I think it's bullshit. Because what it means is that in theory, thankfully that's not really a thing that happens. But if I could in theory run into a person that would, with malign intentions, that would like get me banned from servers just because they didn't like me. Like what if, let's say, what if someone hates my guts and they just join all the servers I joined, and then they send me some stuff, and I insult them back, and then they screenshot that and they go to all the mods in those servers and say, "Oh wow, that person just sent me this, ban them," and then I get banned from all those servers. That's a thing that could happen.
Well, I think we're also having to we're assuming that the mods have, or, I mean, there's two cases, right? Where the mods know who is reporting something to them, right? And their friend. And then there's where the person isn't their friend. And I think maybe the person you were deeming the memes to was the former, where they're friends with the mods.
No, 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 no. That was a random person. It really was.
You're 100% sure.
That was a big ass server, like a really big server.
Was that person like, I don't, maybe, right? What if that person wasn't normal and some of the mods knew them and have interacted with them, so trusted some of what they were saying, and you were just there for a couple of days?
If
Right.
that's the case, then I got banned without breaking any. The only reason I got banned is because I sent no, because then the only reason I got banned is because I sent the wrong thing at the wrong, which is even worse in a sense.
Well, that's literally life, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm saying it's worse. I'm saying it's unfair. I'm not saying that's not the case. I know it is. The point I'm trying to get across is that that should not be a thing. Like in an ideal world, you don't have to worry about what you send. In an ideal world, people can take care of their own DMs and don't have to rely on Discord, on other people's Discord servers to do that.
Well, they would have never been deemed by you if you didn't join the same server, right?
Correct. But you cannot assume that that bad people won't join the server. Like the server should not be a protective gateway to get to you. Because I could easily just check
But
that
people are retards. Just look at Twitter and American universities.
Yeah, exactly. Like here's the thing. If I really wanted to harass someone, I could find a bunch of servers that they're on. And sure, they get me banned maybe on a couple of them, but ultimately they'd have to block me. Well, then why not just do that to begin with? Why getting me banned from a couple servers? Because either it really doesn't help, because in the end you should be taking care of your own DM. So so not only does it not really help if someone really wants to harass you, but on top of that, it potentially gives malintended people some very powerful tools to mess with people's Discord.
I don't think there's a solution to this problem, because this is like a human problem, right? There are just people who are like this in the world, and we have to just work around it.
I think the solution is that us as moderators, we have to realize that that's a real thing that could happen, and that when we're if we want to ban someone, or let's say an account,
but anyone can make Discord servers, right?
Let me finish. If we want to ban an account from the server because of some DMs they sent, we have to be 100% certain that that's the right thing to do. And in the case of bots, yeah, sure, that it is. But I really like the rule you wrote that you don't send ads. I like that rule because it's definitely the kind of behavior that would be related to like just joining a server and then messaging. But ultimately, I think the even better thing to do would be to invite people to be careful with their DM. It's just that. Like if someone sends you shit, just just block them. If you don't like them, just block them. Seriously, that's what it is for.
So the real issue is like people like mods not taking in the context of what's going on, right? They're just saying, "Oh, this bad thing happened, so you're gone." They're not looking
Yeah,
at
I guess.
and but
Mods
that's what
being
any
irresponsible. Yes.
reasonable person would do. However, just because anyone can make a Discord server and anyone can be a mod in a Discord server, we can't just assume people are going to be reasonable because humans suck and are not reasonable.
I'm not necessarily saying I'm not saying that anything should be done. All right, I'm not saying that anything should be done at all. I'm just
Like I'm
pointing
agreeing
to
with
an
you. This is
issue.
bad, but
I'm just pointing to an issue and saying if you are a mod, like a moderator, whether it's on Discord or even on Twitch, I've seen people get banned from Twitch channels for DMs they sent, and for the same exact reason. I think that's utter bullshit.
well, like from the person's perspective, right? You're using their room as a gateway to get to other people, and maybe they don't want that to happen, right? And maybe banning you isn't the
Yeah,
right
well,
way to, of
here's
course,
the thing.
correct for that. But that's the only thing they can think of.
Here's the opposite argument, though. I do see, especially on Twitch, I think DMs are actually a great way to prevent people from getting. Let's say you have a heated, and on Discord as well, you have a heated argument with someone on Twitch chat or in Discord, like a really heated argument, and you get really upset and angry, and no one wants to see that except you two. Well, then you take it to the DMs, and then it's no longer within the realm of the Discord server or the Twitch. And that's actually great because it means whatever happens during that discussion will have no impact at all on your belonging to the Discord server or Twitch. And that means you can actually resolve the issue instead of not.
Well, on the internet, there's a lot of tough people, and they're not really interested in resolving the issue. So
Yes, right. But here's the thing, like presumption of innocence, right? Like you have to assume goodwill. You have, because most people
I'm
don't
with you. Like
necessarily
I
have good.
100%. I'm 100% with you. But we're trying to be reasonable about what, or trying to be like realistic about what the world is like, right?
I mean, I think the best way to go about it is here's an idea. If you're seeing systematic, like one particular account systematically DMing people in appropriate ways through your server, then yes, take action. But the keyword is systematic. It can't be a one-time thing. If it's just one or like one person being DM'd in a way that was inappropriate, that's not the Discord servers or the Twitch channels job to monitor. Because in a way, your DMs are your own server, so you should be the moderator of that.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, people are not smart.
Yeah,
so.
right. I'm not. That's not the point. I'm trying to
No. Yeah, I
really
agree with you. Like 100%
So that
agree
understand.
way
with
when
you.
they make death threats in DMs you can report that and they'd get banned.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, but that's on Discord. Discord as a platform, right? Not the Discord servers. I would totally agree. Like, here's the thing: if I send DMs to someone, like really inappropriate DMs, and they actually report me to the Discord team, and my account gets banned, I think that's more legitimate than getting banned from individual servers.
I mean, sure.
Makes sense
I
to
think,
me.
yeah, I think it makes more sense. So if you're a moderator, whether that's on a Twitch channel or a Discord server or a Reddit or something, try to be very careful when messing with people's DMs,
Or a capture
because
bait channel.
yeah, I can. And assume that people's DMs are actually none of your business. But if you repeatedly get complaints from different users towards a particular user, then yes, take action. I think that's a pretty good rule to go from. So the rule I'd write would be don't spam people with stuff with an appropriate in DM. Don't spam multiple people with inappropriate stuffs in DM. Right? Because then we're actually going to zero in onto you and we'll figure out that, oh, you're using this server as a gateway to be an asshole. And we're actually going to cut that gate.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. People suck. Like that's yeah.
Well,
Like I agree with you 100%. It's just like it's like complaining that people are annoying, right? You can't really do anything
Right,
about it except just ignore them.
So I don't think
not
this
be
is a
around
big issue.
annoying
Like,
people.
here's the thing. I don't think this is a big issue at all. I really don't. It's just an issue, and it would be better if a few people, like just to get. Because here's the thing about the moderators that would make that kind of decisions. More often than not, they just don't think about it. So my hope is that maybe one person sees this and is like, "Oh, that makes sense," and like puts that into practice, and that's good enough. And even if no one does, it's fine. Like, I'm not actually angry at that. I'm not actually upset. I don't feel threatened by that kind of behavior because turns out I don't actually DM that many people, so it's fine. It just sucks that this is a thing that could happen. And I'm sure if you dig enough, you could find someone that has done this of like getting one person banned from a bunch of Discord servers. I'm sure you could find examples of.
Probably.
All right. So that's enough. I'm done with the red.
Just look at contacts before you cancel somebody. That's what we always ask for.
Well, here's the problem. Here's a big problem. Should you really be looking at the context of a private conversation? Do you even think you should be able to be the judge?
I meant like people are
'Cause,
banning.
okay, here's the thing. Whoever is claiming to be harassed or whatever, they will show you whatever they want to show you. If they don't want to show you the full context, they won't. So you can't assume that you will have the full context.
When I say look at the context,
even
I
if you
mean look
do
at what
wanna-
all parties involved, what they're saying, right?
Right. Okay. But if you do want to like do that kind of shit, yeah, I guess the least you could do is actually talk to the person in question. That would be the least you could do.
Mods
Yeah.
need to be more responsible. TLDL.
Yeah, basically. Damn, it
And
feels
we're
good.
at about an hour. What
yeah,
should
I'm
we
really-
talk about now?
I'm really glad to get this that I've gotten this off my chest. Like, actually, I don't know. It felt like it was, and also because I'm a mod in like not that many places, but a few places. Like, I'm a mod in a couple big streams with like G-Base stream and another stream that's got like 1,000 concurrent views.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's stressful sometimes when you have other mods that are being complete Nazi. Like, oh, you sent me a DM I didn't like, and not only am I going to ban you, but I'm also going to to block you, but I'm also going to ban you from the channel you sent me you contacted with me from. Like, that's bullshit. It's your private stuff. Like, it's one moderator in particular that I really can't fucking stand. She's a complete bitch. Nerdy, weak, never popular at school, then why not become an internet forum moderator? A new way to feel power without having to use an illegal weapon. Yeah, well, that's me in a nutshell.
we just
Except
need to let school shooters be mods in Discord channels.
the funny thing is, on the other, so not G-Base channel, but the other channel I moderate, Twitch channel, that is. The really funny thing is, I think I'm the one mod that's going to spend the most time trying to tell people not to be assholes instead of banning them straight away. Like, actually, I'll just I'll give them a warning, like, hey, I'm gonna delete that message. Don't do it again. Like, and the funniest part is sometimes people will say really offensive stuff to the streamer, and I'll clear their message so that the streamer doesn't see, because if the streamer sees that, he's gonna ban them. And I actually don't want them to get banned because they're just being moron. But I know the streamer in question is also very sensitive.
No, ban everyone.
No,
Say
I
hi, get
actually,
banned.
I'd rather people don't get banned. That's the thing. If they keep doing it, eventually they're gonna get banned. But my hope is that they do it once, they get their message deleted, they get the they get the message, they stop being assholes, and we can all move on. If they keep doing it, then eventually, someone's gonna see and they're gonna get banned.
Wow,
And-
why are you protecting criminals? You're actually harboring illegals.
And also, the funniest thing is like when I delete someone's message so they don't get banned, and then they get crazy upset at me. Like, oh, mods, why would you do that? And then they see I'm the only mod in chat and they know it's me. And I get it, like you posted a message, you thought it was funny, except you're just being a kid and it's annoying. But by doing that, I'm actually protecting you. Not that you know that, but I'm actually protecting you and I'm being super nice. But you can't know that. And it's kind of, I don't know if it's frustrating or funny. It's just kind of weird where people insult you when you do your best to protect them.
Let's just ban everybody from everywhere.
See, that's the thing I try to avoid. Because the problem is you don't actually...
I
don't
guess
have
protecting and being nice to kids is a good way to get into their pants.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if it was, it would have worked, except it... I mean, I did get into someone's pants, but it wasn't a kid. Hee hee.
What?
Yeah, you don't know. You would not know. I'll tell you about it. in private.
Your computer doesn't count.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the USB ports are too small, way too small. And also, which one? I have a white computer and I have a black one. Obviously, the white one. I mean, funnily enough, weirdly enough, no, this is how I'm gonna phrase it. The white one works better. Weirdly enough, the white one also runs faster.
Diva
Which is
Gremlin.
weird. Yeah. I mean, do you know why pills work? Well, because they're white, obviously. Jesus.
Mine are blue.
I don't think.
Viagra.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be taking those.
They blew me.
Yum yum. So,
Are we
we
going to
have
talk
other-
about updates to YouTube where they're going to ban you if your account is no longer commercially viable?
Oh, I have heard that, but I don't know the details. Please tell me about it.
It's a update to the terms of service.
Yes.
Never heard of this.
You didn't get an email about it? They emailed
What's it
everybody.
say?
Oh, I'm looking for it. Trying to find the exact part that says it.
All the email says is that they're changing the terms. I'm sure they do that every day. So me just sleeps on that email. Also, how do you guys think we should discipline students who don't want to do their work or pay attention in class?
I'd say let natural selection do its thing. I mean, here's the thing. You need to pay attention to kids to be able to discipline them.
Okay, here it is.
How are you going to pay attention to a class of 40 kids? That's just not going to happen.
Should
So
we
you
give
can't
them a
dis-
good beating too? Just to be safe?
Well, that's more of a parental
I think corporal punishment is not being used enough.
So here's the weird thing about corporal.
I think it's not. It's people think it shouldn't be used acutely, right?
Check
What
out
is the
this
thing?
tweet.
Like we need acute stresses, but not chronic stress, right? And I think few instances of corporal punishment act as good acute stress to build people's character, but like constantly beating your kids is where it's too much, right?
Holy shit! Is that the? Jesus Christ! What the fuck? No, no, no. There's no
This
justification.
teacher
for
went
that.
ham. XD.
I mean, he made ham out of his face. Yeah.
Alyssa, look! Alyssa, look!
It's kind of thing, but Albert and Liz broke up.
Alyssa,
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, that's yikes. I think so. As far as teaching goes, no, it's just not the role of the teacher to use corporal punishment.
Well, you
I
know,
don't.
some kids just want to be asshole all day long.
Yeah, but then kick him out of the class, and then if he doesn't leave, you don't have to do the physical work yourself. Like you should have.
Oh, it's a substitute teacher too. Yeah.
Ideally, you have like a security core, or like you could ask, I don't know, school staff to help you evacuate the kid that's being a problem.
He
But
literally
you sh-
stomped on his head. That's criminal charges. Like that's not corporal punishment. That's like assault.
And then he's going to run around the hallways being a miscreant and the teacher's going to get in trouble.
Yeah, well, okay, then what do you suggest? Like, should the teacher actually do beat up?
I want to
don't
know
think-
what the student did to the teacher. I'm not whatever this action is not
like
justified at all.
you should
but-
just send the kid to detention, right?
Oh, they slapped him. That's what happened. The student hit the teacher first. The first video doesn't show it.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed so. Like
Check
the
the
teacher
check the
wouldn't.
second video.
Yeah, I did. The teacher wouldn't randomly lash out like this.
So the whoever that person is should not have been in the student's face, but I do not blame the student for hitting the teacher at that moment. I would have probably done the same thing. Like you don't get in someone's face like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally
That
just kick
teacher-
these kids out of school and let them get old with no skills and then they'll die. Will improve humanity by at least 50 IQ points.
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
maybe this
exactly
kid
what I
needed
mean.
to get beat, but beating him in this way is only justifies his actions, right?
Yeah,
He's only gonna act like more of an annoying person now,
agreed.
because now everyone's gonna be on his side for the teacher's retarded actions.
I mean, here's the thing: you have two assholes. One of them is supposed to have responsibility, and the other is, and that's basically what happened.
Oh my god, the second video, the person recording it is like telling the person in front, like, and none of the other students wanted to step into, like,
Well, the student's responsibility is to learn to.
I feel like if I was in that class,
Well,
someone
it's
should have tried
harder-
to de-escalate, honestly.
Yeah, obviously, and the teacher should have tried to de-escalate. Here's the
Okay,
thing.
so I think we need to make a quick distinction. This was a substitute teacher. This wasn't like a regular teacher.
Yeah, but even then, that teacher is still in the position of being the responsible adult in the room.
That's they really like. I can't get over that they stomped their head too. Like that's like beyond far. There's gonna be a comment. People wonder why kids bring guns to school.
Yeah, he got angry, real angry. Here's like in an ideal scenario, here's what would have happened. The teacher would have asked the student to leave the classroom. The student would have said no. And then the teacher would have called for some school staff
When they say you shouldn't hit a girl,
to escort him to detention, and then that would have happened because like the kid isn't gonna like start a fight against like two however you call the like, two school staff, right? And then
I wonder.
he's in
I bet
detention.
that kid gets bullied too, right? Because no one jumped to help that kid. It looks like there's a lot of colored people in that class, and that kid is white, so it might have something to do with it.
Are you saying that black people can be racist towards white people?
I'm saying that no one cared about the white kid getting beat up by the teacher, except that one girl. She seemed kind of
Although
one girl rushed at
the
the end?
teacher's black, right?
yeah.
So the kid
Where's
was clearly...
what state is this? Where's this at? I mean, it's just
I
search
don't
Hayes.
think so. I think they just don't want to get in between them.
Yeah,
Is it in
more
Texas?
likely. Like, I don't think you can really assume that the kid...
Oh, that's in Texas, yeah.
I mean, all kids get bullied, more or
It's
less.
near Austin, so there's probably a lot of inner city kids there.
This is scary.
That's why I never talk to nobody, never listen to anybody.
He
'cause I
was
don't want them to
probably
beat
just
people up.
sleeping and not paying attention, and the teacher got too close.
Well, I want to know what led up to this, because the second video shows the teacher actually saying something and then the kid hitting him. But I wonder why the teacher got so close to him in the first place.
But also these kids are put here and they don't want to be here. Since like 5 years old, these are teenagers. They're already fed up with school and just want to play on their phones and watch YouTube and touch their PPS. If they don't want to be in school, then let them the fuck out to ruin their own lives instead of wasting our taxes on them.
Yeah, definitely we need to revise how people are in school.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't agree with that. Like, you have two schools of thought. Either you treat teenagers as if they were responsible and you let them do whatever they want, and some of them hopefully stay in school because they're responsible and they want to learn shit, or you assume kids are not responsible, are irresponsible, and you force them to be in school for their own. And honestly, I don't know which is best. Those two arguments are very solid because on the one hand, it would be better if kids were responsible. On the other hand, those are kids. They're not responsible.
I
So,
don't
like,
agree with it either.
No,
But the
that's
Board
wrong.
of
Hold
Education
on.
haven't made any changes in like the past 20 years. So they're just wasting my money.
At least here in Western societies, kids are not given the opportunity to be responsible, right? They are inherently irresponsible because they're never given the chance to learn responsibility. You know,
I see what you mean.
Like there's so many
but
laws in the U.S. that you think you can't leave your kid alone ever, otherwise you've committed a crime. Like kids,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, that's bullshit.
You know, you can't, if the kid's just walking down the street, like someone's gonna walk up and like, oh, where are your parents? You can't let kids ride alone on the bus. You can't let kids ride alone on the train. You can't leave your kid
Jesus.
at home alone, like in most places, because it's against law.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, you're telling me in the USA, in most states, you cannot leave your kid alone in your house
Yeah. Hold on,
until
let
what
me
age?
pull up some
What
more.
age exactly?
I think until like, hold on. Looking at one law, it says 13 or younger.
13? That's insane. I was 7 years old and I was going home alone from school in primary school, and I
Well, see-
was fine. This is you. The US is
Yeah.
the
You
USA
can
is
probably find
insane.
some news stories of parents being talked to by the police for their kids being on their own in the street and stuff.
hmm
This is insanity.
This is kind of recent though, like in the last like 20 years, 20, 25 years.
Yeah, no wonder those kids are irresponsible.
Like yeah, recently, just like before, you know, kids were playing outside constantly, and then for some reason, like this millennial generation, the end of the boomer generation or whatever, decided, oh, kids need to be protected, and they're not allowed outside anymore. They're not allowed to be alone. And then we get kids like this who have no respect for adults because they don't know what it's like to be responsible. They think they're
Yeah,
supposed to be
obviously.
catered to all the time. This adult was probably raised the same way. Like I can't imagine this person's like older than 25 or something. You know,
Wow.
these past few generations are just messed up because we don't have any responsibility. Well, I say we, but most people don't have any responsibility.
Because the news talked about kids being kidnapped all the time, when it only happened like 5 times a year.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it was fake news that kids are being like molested by random strangers in the street so much. So they just started passing laws that kids need to be watched constantly. Whereas, like, yeah, in like Europe countries and other Eastern countries, like in Asia, like kids just walk home from school by themselves or with friends. But in the U.S., you're always going to see kids getting picked up by their parents or by an adult. It's kind of weird, honestly.
Is it like this in all states or most states?
Where I've lived in a lot of different states, and where I've seen it's kind of universal.
Are there states where it's not the case?
Not the case. What? Well, I'm
I
just
mean,
saying it's like
where
a
you can
cultural-
actually leave your kids alone.
it's like also a cultural thing now, right?
I see.
Where people just think they need to have someone watching their kids at all times because they don't know that they're supposed to train their kids to be self-sufficient.
Okay.
Or
Well,
self-reliant.
not moving to the US then. That's out of the question.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like, I'm not gonna raise my kids here. There's no way. I want to marry an American girl, but I'm not gonna raise my kids there, and I'm not gonna raise my kids in France either. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
and another thing that's a problem is Especially if you go to like in smaller towns, it's not so bad, right? But most towards any like metropolitan areas where it gets worse because there's another thing is like there's just no sense of community anywhere in metropolitan areas.
Yeah,
So
well,
that's
I
another
know,
big
I
thing.
do know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
And that's also why people had a hard time moving, cause they'd want family or friends nearby to be able to watch their kids if they need to go to work or something like that.
I see.
So it's like the end of the boomer generation, the first couple millennials, they have just ruined our society kind of. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't dangerous people in the world. Obviously there is, but you need to train your kid like, hey, watch out for these type of people. Like at
We
an early
live in a
Because here's the thing.
society.
Here's the thing. If the parents are responsible for the kids and the kids can never be held responsible for themselves, then when the parents go away, what happens to those kids that were never held responsible? And what happens when they have to be responsible for their own kids, even though they had never been responsible as kids themselves? Like you don't magically become a responsible person at
Mhm.
the age of 13.
People don't know this. Like
Boomers don't know this.
I want to raise my kid in Japan. I don't have you looked at how people treat the kids in Japan? Like they treat them like adults. Not really like adults, right? But like when you're young, you're a lot of parents will send their kids to do chores like in town. Like go buy groceries and stuff. Go to the
That's really
store, go
cool.
drop off this kind of thing. Obviously they're watching the kids. There's actually a TV show which watches parents like who show parents doing this kind of thing.
Really?
When
But
they
it's like
grow up, they go to college and drink themselves to death and have lots of unplanned babies and then become awful parents with alcoholism and stuff.
that's the US, yeah. Like if you look at like just random videos of Japanese people like in towns and stuff and cities even, you can just see kids just walking around like it's not a big deal
In
because
France,
it's really
I
not a big
think
deal.
you in France, it's you do watch over your kids, but I think it's in between, really, in between Japan and the US, where most parents will watch over their kids, but like you can leave your kids alone at home alone for like a few hours if they're like 7 years old or something. It's fine. It's actually fine. Like they'd have to be pretty fucking creative to kill themselves. I mean,
That's
they
why most
could.
Americans are retards and think they can't pay off their student loan debts when all they have to do is simple addition and subtraction to figure it out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
America got too rich, so they just started paying for people to watch their kids and not think they could teach them how to be self-reliant.
That's an interesting point. Too rich for your own good.
Yeah, because they just pay for nannies and pay for daycare. And it's like it also feeds into the thing that people need childcare, right? Obviously, if you're going to be gone for 12 hours, maybe someone should come check up on your kid. But do they need to be, monitored 24/7?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, so like 7, I would walk home from school, and let's see how far away was it? Like I'd have to walk for it was like a 10 minutes walk, 15 maybe. It was fine. I had the keys to my home to the apartment, and it was fine. And a couple years later, I got a cell phone, and it's like I I could ask for help from mom if I ever had a problem. Like it was just completely fine. What is this?
Oh, just a loose thing. Yeah, I don't know. The only way we're going to fix it is by, I don't know. It's going to take a big cultural shift. And I don't know if it's going to happen.
Want to talk about this or the YouTube changes first?
Oh, we'll talk about what? The other thing? Oh, that's nothing really. That's not really our business.
Lily
I
cry.
know- Yeah, it's
Lily cry.
guess it's available.
I was thinking the same.
No, she's only 25, right? That's not out of my.
27.
She's 27.
Yes.
Maybe that's a little out of my
She
range.
might be 28 now.
She's not that old.
Same age. Ooh woo.
You're old.
You guys are old.
How old are you, Pally?
I'm not gonna dox myself.
Do it.
I'm 12, by the way.
Who fucking cares who you are? I don't. So tell me.
I'm 12, by the way.
Okay. then go to bed.
And I still have better gaming skills and reactions than both of you. Ooh.
Yeah, well, not better than both of us combined.
I literally lost it.
I think I can beat you guys
Oh, here
into
it is.
V1.
Okay. Okay. Termination by YouTube for service changes. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all parts of the service if YouTube believes, in its sole discretion, that provision of service to you is no longer commercially viable. Is the update to account suspension and termination.
What does that mean?
That's the problem. Like, what is that you're no longer commercially viable? What does that mean? That they can just terminate all of your stuff?
Rip. I guess John CJG and I are going to be banned for our podcasts.
I think it means if you make content, but you don't generate revenue to YouTube, and like you're using hosting space, then you're gonna get banned because you're using hosting space but aren't paying for it, essentially. And because they are the judges of whether you are viable or not, and they don't have nor can actually justify whether you're actually viable.
So service is capitalized, so that means
they can
it's defined
hold
somewhere.
on. That means they can literally ban you for that reason at any point, at any moment, without justification, because they can just say, oh, well, you weren't viable. And then you'd ask them, well, what do you mean you weren't viable? And then they'd say, well, you were costing more than you were generating. And then you'd ask for evidence and they'd tell you to go screw yourself.
But what about viewers who watch live streams? They add viewers, maybe they donate, and also therefore add real worth to YouTube.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think YouTube is at a point where it's got the viewers. The problem isn't the viewers. The problem is the revenue. And so it only looks at revenue, not viewership. And so if you have viewers, that's good. Like, here's the thing. I think the point is that if you live stream on YouTube, but you don't put ads, for instance, then you're not commercially viable, right? You're using the service for free, but aren't generating enough revenue to justify this service hosting your content. And the problem with that is, well, what's the threshold exactly? And because the threshold, like YouTube literally decides the threshold, anyone could get banned at any. I could easily get banned from YouTube because honestly, I have quite a few videos. Right? I have like maybe
So what you're talking about is the people who stream for like 10 hours at a time, but nobody's watching, no one's donating, right? That what you're kind of talking about?
Yeah, but donations. Aren't donations strictly for the streamer?
I don't know how. Like maybe there's a donation thing through YouTube now, like super chat.
So like bits, where part of the donation actually goes to the site. Okay.
The super chats it is, but they can like donate like through like Streamlabs or whatever as well. It's like it.
I think YouTube gets a cut for super chats and joining as a member.
Mm-hmm. That provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. So I think they're targeting people who just upload extremely long videos and get no views, get no sort of donations or anything like that. YouTube's not getting any money, but because there's people who upload like 10-hour content constantly and nobody's watching.
Okay, I see.
I'm pretty sure that's who it's targeting. People just because YouTube's problem is there's too much. They don't have enough. Well, they have enough server space, right? But they're paying so much for it. Is what you were saying. I think is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're paying for all the server space. They're basically saying YouTube's not free anymore. If you're not making money for YouTube, you're not going to be able to use YouTube. Yeah. Is the problem?
I mean, and then the problem is also for like viewer accounts. Even this could, in theory, spread to just viewer accounts. Someone who's never uploaded a video in their life, but let's say they use YouTube, they watch a bunch of stuff, and they just watch content for free constantly. Well, then what? Like, are they not generating money? Let's say they use ad blocks. They never see an ad. They never generate any revenue. Well, then technically there are strict laws, right?
All YouTubers need to use their own ads and sponsorships to protest them. So YouTube gets no money, but the streamer does. And that way YouTube gets nothing.
Well, then if YouTube gets nothing, then YouTube's gonna ban you, and you don't have a livelihood. I think that's the point. Also, I mean, that could easily become the point.
Are they going to ban all their content creators?
Aren't they already? Not the big ones, of course, but someone like
So,
If
like,
they all protest
They
together,
define the service as YouTube platform. The products, services, and features will we make available to you as part of the platform. So the platform itself is the service, and it says our service allows you to discover, watch, and share videos and other content. Provides a forum for people to connect, inform, and inspire others across the globe, and acts as a distribution platform for original content creators and advertisers, large and small. So using the site is the service, it's saying. So technically, you don't even have to make videos. So Mbudo's right. That's what they consider the service.
That's
And if you're no
insane.
longer
That's absolutely insane.
like watching videos is considered the service, and if you're not commercially viable,
So they can basically ban you at any point for
Yeah.
any reason. Like if you
so
are
all those
someone
users
just,
who got banned for spamming emotes in Marcus Leaper's stream are donezo.
I think kind of
well,
in
no,
a way.
no, because they were super
Well, this isn't
chat
up. This isn't the new update, right? No, they weren't even super chatting. They were just chatting regularly.
Well, yeah, but a bunch of them were also super chat. I mean, they had emotes, so they were subs. So that means, does that mean they were paying? I think so. No, yes. I don't. I
Mhm.
actually don't know how YouTube live stream. Like, if they have the Markiplier emotes, does that mean they paid money or not?
YouTube got a cut, yeah.
So yeah, so YouTube got a cut from those people, yet they still got banned.
Maybe this is also like
I think it's just a moderation bot that's like, oh, you're spamming emote.
this
That
might also
can't
be
good.
targeting the like the music streams again. People just streaming music 24/7. Because I don't think all of those have ads on it.
Those pesky people trying to enjoy music. Can you believe it?
No, not like streaming as in listening, but streaming music live. Like like the lo-fi whatever music streams. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
talking
know.
about?
Yes,
I don't know if those people are putting ads on their video.
probably
And
not.
those people
because you
ended
don't
up
want to interrupt
watching
it.
it.
The whole
I
point is
think
that you
YouTube
don't
might
want
be
to
targeting
interrupt.
those people too.
Why would they target them? Because they don't generate revenue?
Yeah, that's the point. I think that's why they're adding in this provision.
That's this. We're living in the worst timeline. No, I shouldn't say that because things can easily get worse. Still, this is utter bullshit.
That's why people are kind of in an uproar over this one line. Like if you're no longer commercially viable. And it's like if they're letting you use a service and it's not commercially viable, they can ban you. But they don't define what
Yeah, that's also the
commercially
thing. Is
viable
that,
is.
yeah, precisely. It's loose enough that they can basically delete. Like they're
That's why
basically
I save all my videos. When the time comes I'm going to put them all in a torrent and can still be downloaded and watched.
you have a backup of all your videos.
Isn't that why you're making a server? You're gonna help
Me?
us?
I mean, I could. I'd need storage, but sure. I mean, I have the storage, so sure, I could. I absolutely could do that.
All the Pawcats and Mothi and my meowtage.
Okay.
We need to send you 300 terabytes of storage. That should be enough, right?
I currently have.
David Gremlin.
So I have my new HDD for my next computer, and I need to make a copy of my current HDD to that new one to back up all my data. Because my current computer, I'm just gonna sell as it is. I'm just gonna reinstall. Like I'm gonna install a fresh Windows 10 on it, but I want a backup of all my data. So that's going to take a while because it means I have to install the HDD in the PC and then do the copy.
Can you just get an adapter?
You mean a SATA USB?
Maybe, yeah. I have one.
I don't have one, and I don't really want to purchase one.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just like saying, isn't that another option?
It's an option. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't want to spend more money than I have to at this. I've already spent so much, and I'm gonna keep spending.
You're gonna flash everything. You're not just gonna say what you need to save.
I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna flash almost everything, just not the system itself. But I'm also gonna flash my games and everything. Yeah, not just my
Is that a
personal.
smart idea? Shouldn't you just like reinstall the games?
Well,
I'm not sure
I'm
if
gonna
something
be
going to get
honest,
corrupted
I
if you're flashing like
legitimate-
the game.
I legitimately don't know. Here's the thing. The games, I'm probably going to end up installing them on the SSD when I get it, where I'm going to install where I'm also going to install the system. So probably, yes, I'm going to reinstall the games. However, some of the games, like maybe I have a few saves in the games folder.
Well, that's
that
different,
happens.
right?
No, it's,
That-
I mean,
Well, I'm saying you can just
I'd
take
rather,
the save files.
I'd rather be safe than sorry, is the point.
Mhm.
And if I need more storage, then yeah, I'll make some room. I'll make some room there.
I'm just thinking that if you flash the game files to another thing, maybe something's gonna happen and you're gonna have to reinstall it anyway. So maybe just take your save files and copy those.
Yeah, but I mean that would mean I'd have to go in every single game.
Yeah,
and
I guess,
find the
right.
save file.
Just save everything to your Steam account.
I think also, and that's gonna take a
The save
while.
files.
I think I want to compress everything, but I'd probably compress everything in multiple archives, like not in one big archive. That'd be just imagine I need one fucking picture, and then it would take like 20 minutes to unzip.
Yeah, that was okay. That's weird.
So but yeah, I'll compress everything. And maybe encrypt it as well. I mean, encryption, I don't know. Should I encrypt it? What do you there's no point. I shouldn't encrypt it. It's retarded. Speaking of encryption, I'm still working on my data center thing. I got my Raspberry Pi 4. It's cool. Don't have much to say about it yet. I'm not really good at like benchmarking or whatever. I just kind of needed a second Raspberry Pi, and here's a Raspberry Pi 4, so I just figured I'd get it. And it's working fine, except for one thing is that I don't like I have a USB-C USB cable, but I don't have a sector adapter, an AC adapter. So for right now, my Raspberry Pi 4 can only be on if it's plugged into a computer that's also turned on. So it kind of defeats the purpose at the moment. So I'm going to need an AC adapter for it. And since I'm running 2 Raspberry Pis, I'm going to get an AC adapter with 2 USB ports at once. That way, like, I'd only need.
Can I cut you off for just 1 second?
Yes.
If your game is a Steam game, you can move. Steam has a feature where you can just change which directory it's in. So if you have your other HDD installed, you can make a folder in it, name it Steam Games or whatever, and just go to your Steam downloads and right click and say move to folder.
All the games at once, or do I have to do it for each game?
I think you might have to do it individually.
Oh, that sucks, but okay.
Well, you can just decide what games you want to keep, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying. I just read that, so I thought I'd let you know.
Oh, that's really cool. That's.
Oh wait, moving your entire Steam install. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, that's just copying your Steam folder and putting it in the new one. So right.
Okay, so I'll just do that.
But I think you have to run Steam in that new.
Yeah, except here's the thing. I don't actually want to tell Steam to use the games from my new HDD. I still want to use.
Oh, you can tell it where to pull from. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to copy the files. I want to copy the files, but I want to pull it from the old HDD anyway.
Yeah, you can tell where to look for your game.
Well, then I'll just do a manual copy of the entire Steam folder.
Yeah, that's probably what you got to do. There you go.
But it's not just Steam. It's also like other programs and stuff like that, like programs files. Maybe I don't want like all of them, but a few of them. Okay, possibly the best thing for me to do would be to act instead of copying the programs files or whatever. Would be to like, yeah, that's one thing I could do like right now is to make a list of all the programs I have to install once I get my SSD, and get all the installers like right now, so that I'd only have to like, and I would even be able to write a batch script that would like execute all of the installers, and then I just like run the script and then click next, and it would like install. Yeah, that's the thing I should do.
Why not just get another drive, right? Install your OS onto that, and then use your old one as just like a.
Because I don't have the SSD yet. I'm gonna get it
Oh.
on December 4th, and
Mm.
I do want like I'm gonna be installing the so I'm gonna be installing the system.
That's a long time
on-
from now.
Yeah, it is. I think it's delivered from China, so that's why it's taking a while. It's a Kingston, so it should be good quality, but it's just shipped from China.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine
But
being international.
because it was cheaper. Like, it
Oh,
was
I guess.
actually cheaper. So I only get the SSD next month, and so I'm gonna install Windows on it. I'm gonna install my games on it, but everything that's like data, I want to have on the HD. Like
I
videos,
thought
for
you
instance.
said you weren't going to support China anymore. So Mr.
Here's
He's
the thing.
supporting a small Chinese person, not the big.
No. Here's the thing, and that's a really good point you're raising. Here's the thing. So that's a real conundrum. Like, actually, I agree. I don't want to support China. However, if I decided that I didn't want to support China in any way, shape, or form, I would basically have to not purchase anything at all, because like just participating in the economy actually helps China indirectly or even directly, even if I don't realize it. So if I really wanted to not help China at all, I would actually stop purchasing anything at all. And I don't want to do that. That's too much. And I'm not saying it's too much in the sense that I can't do it. I'm saying it's too much in the sense that I'm already taking steps, but I can't do everything at once. So
But you
I've
buy your
limited,
SSD from China. Just buy it in person or from a Western store. So
But
Mr.
but it's cheaper. I took the cheapest. I picked a model and I picked the cheapest delivery. So, and it was from China. That's how I picked. And also,
So
here's
did
the
Blizzard
thing.
and the NBA.
Here's the thing. When in regards to not helping China, I limited that to video games. I decided I'm not going to monetarily support China through video games. But obviously, like, if I'm not going to support China at all, I'm not going to purchase anything at all, because pretty much any product at all, every single product has had economic has generated economic advantage to China at some point or another. So
Thank you.
like, no, but I mean that's true. Even if you buy food, like the machines that the food were processed through, where do you think they come from? Like at some point or another, China breathes.
Put a tariff on
through the
Chinese
world.
soybeans.
It's like China breathes through the entire economy. So like, unless you don't partake in the economy at all, you're going to support China. The matter isn't to not support China at all, but to support them, like to try and support them less. I guess I'm not trying to do good. I'm trying to do better. So that's
Yeah.
why I limited that decision to video games. I'm not going to support
My ordering
China.
apart from China.
Did you not listen to what I literally just said?
Yeah, she's trolling you.
I
Troll.
did.
Yeah, I know. I'll be right back.
And now that he's gone, it's time to end the podcast.
But you still buy it from China. Buy from Newegg or something, you dipshit.
I was looking for new power supplies, but these all have like really bad reviews. And I'm not sure if these people just got bad stuff or like its total
Monka.
out of 4,000 is 73% 5-star, but all of the reviews that are posted are bad people. So I'm just assuming these people just got unlucky, right?
Show me the page.
Because I really need to get a modular power supply. Speaking of China. and giving money to China.
Monka, 2 weeks and it's dead.
That's what I'm saying, right? These are from last, or one's from earlier this year. The other one's from last year. One's from a few years ago. So I'm guessing. I mean, it's not so bad, but like almost 4,000 reviews and or purchases and stars. 5. That's pretty good, I think.
Maybe he opened it up and tried to clean it, broke it. That's probably actually what really happened if you really thought about it.
Well, that if you look at the customer images, someone has their power supply opened. So, see, look, it's not so bad in there. I could have done that. I even touched a component. Look.
Maybe it was a family member who opened it and died, and now the family member is trying to get a refund. Good thing I was there to save your life.
Oh, he had a problem with the fan not running. See, look, he knows what he's doing. And I know what I'm doing. I don't think we have anything else to talk about, do we?
Says the one who almost dropped his fucking computer.
That was part of the script. You think that's just good timing?
Sure thingy.
I feel when the 750 watt takes a month to deliver, but the 850 watt only takes a day.
Well, episode 1 of my anime is out, so now I just need work for the next 2 months for the next episode. XP. Hopefully this one doesn't take as long. Still working on the screenplay for it.
Are you working on different voices too? Are you going to change the voices, or are you going to... Because some of those people sounded the same.
No. Same ones.
I think your timing for the dialogue was...
That's why I used the narrator to voice multiple characters.
Yeah, the narrator was kind of threw me off. Because like the characters were there doing stuff, and the narrator was talking. Like, is that intentional? Oh, obviously it's intentional, but like, what's your idea behind that?
The idea is I only had a handful of voices.
Well, at least you made something, right? That's the big thing. I need to make an anime now.
Now just need make like 5 more episodes.
You have a whole first season.
200 hours of work for 1 hour of content. XP.
That's pretty much how animation works, right?
Maybe if I had decent art skills I could cut it down to like 100 hours of work.
Especially doing it alone. You know, it's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of work. Are you thinking about the sequel to your anime, or is that the only one you're thinking of right now?
Gotta do the art and the writing and the sounds and the dialogue and the editing and the animating and the movement, and the list goes on.
Do you have a schedule for everything? Or are you just doing whatever you feel like that day?
This just going to be its own contained 6-episode story. I had a rough outline of the entire thing, and then I just see what I feel like working on each day. Haven't done anything since last week other than writing a bit of the screenplay while waiting at work. Well.
Wow, quit procrastinating. You need to get on that right now. Why are we still streaming? Why are we still recording?
Ooh.
All of your fans are waiting for the next episode.
'Cause I need play games with my new CPU.
Oh, have you overclocked it at all?
Nope.
You plan to a little bit? I read that it's better to
Nope.
overclock or make your memory a faster speed than to overclock the CPU. Like, try to get the CPU to 4.0, and anything higher than 4.0 is negligible gains, and then get your RAM as fast as possible. Like, what it comes to default 3.7, right? Are you still running at that? From everything I've seen, it's good to put it to 4.0.
I'll have to check the BIOS. I forgot what I had it set at.
It's like get to 4.0, and you shouldn't have to adjust any voltage or anything, which is the big problem when you're trying to overclock. Trying not to put too many volts in. And then, at least with this CPU in particular, it's best to make your RAM as fast as possible. Because apparently the CPU has it's already, most motherboards that support it actively overclock it in a way. to make it run as optimal as possible. So overclocking it more doesn't actually add a whole lot of benefit. It's already trying to run as fast as it can.
Me didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah. I think it's like with this specific. I think if you have, as long as you have the updated BIOS, like the most recent BIOS for the AM4 socket boards.
Nope, I don't.
Well, I guess when did you get your board? Like which BIOS version you have? Maybe you should look into that. Because I don't know how often they update like
Like
their
June
stock of
2016,
BIOS.
I think.
Oh, yeah, maybe you need to update your BIOS. I mean, you have to go in and check. Like, I don't know what it's called.
I updated like last year.
Oh, maybe it's good then.
What's up, gamers? I'm back.
It's like a Ryzen. I forget what the thing is called. It's a program that lets you look at what your CPU cores are running at dynamically, like while you're playing.
But I
like,
don't trust the power here. I don't want to update BIOS and then get wrecked by power outage.
I mean, as long as you have, does your thing not have like an onboard thing to flash it to previous version? It's kind of like the only thing.
It might.
You mean
Hmm.
to reset the BIOS?
Yeah, but it has to, because if it gets corrupted while you're updating, you can't go in and try to change it. But some motherboards have an onboard, like have the factory things on board, and you can reset it that way.
Yeah, some do.
Even if like it gets corrupted during, like if your power goes out or whatever.
I'll have to check the manual.
Oh, Pally,
It
do you want?
shouldn't take that long for your BIOS to update, should it?
Pally, I'm curious. Do you want to tell us about that project you started telling me about?
Oh, I don't
do
know if
you
I want to
not?
make it like super public yet. I don't want someone to steal my idea. Someone's probably already working on it too, so I just need to get it finished first.
I mean, I have an idea too, and I think there's got to be someone working on this. There's
Like
no
Emoto's
way.
hexagon cans.
I think they actually already tried. Failed.
That's possible. Oh, quick announcement. If
Cause they're
anyone,
advertising set.
if anyone watching this is interested in like cheap networking classes, please do DM me on Discord or email me or check my website or not Twitter because I don't use it. But yeah, do contact me because yeah, I do give network classes. That's like professionally at a professional level. Like that's literally my job. So
Can you not
but
get fired for that? Isn't that like conflict of interest? Making money out.
it's so technically I could. Technically I could. Here's the thing though. I've decided that if it ever happens, if I like before I accept my first personal client, I'd immediately ask my boss if he's okay. And he will, right? Like I know he's most likely gonna be okay with it. But just yeah, I'll watch my back. I want to make this clear to my boss that I'm doing this thing on the side, and if he's okay with it, like because here's the thing: most of my clientele is going to be French. They're not going to be
Sure.
Americans, and also the model I'm working on is a model where I'd be streaming it. And if it turns out that that model actually works, that might be something that my my boss is more interested in than anything. Like he
So you're
wouldn't
saying it might
necessarily want
help
me
to
to
help
stop.
implement new things at your work, right?
Well, it's more like experimenting on my personal time because I enjoy it and because maybe I can make a quick buck. And if it turns out that it works, then maybe we can implement that technique at
Yeah. I mean, yeah, might as well take the chance, right? Like
right.
just say, hey,
And I mean,
this is
worst case scenario, my boss says no, and in which case he said no, and there we go. If he says yes, then hopefully I have a written trace of that, so he can't really drag me to court. Well, I guess he could always wait. Could he drag me to court because it's in my contract technically?
Well, that's what
Even
I'm saying.
if
Like, do you guys have like a conflict of interest type thing where you work?
Yes.
Like when you signed on.
because here's the thing. So in my contract it says there is a non what's the word? Uh it's not competition. It's what's the word?
I don't know. Describe what it is.
Like what Apple like what iPhone is to
iPhone is to what?
Android.
Competitor?
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
Is that the
describe
word
what the
I'm
term
looking
is.
for?
Like, or describe what like.
I
what's
have the
role
word
is.
in French in my mind.
Non-compete.
Yeah, I guess.
What's the French word? I'll just Google Translate it and we'll see if it. Pull it out.
Concurrent, like concurrent. It's literally written like that. Concurrence. No, it's yeah, it is competitor, I guess. Oh, I hate it. I hate it how
Yeah,
It's so weird that Imoto refuses to use Google Translate.
That's literally just the conflict of interest thing. You can't work for someone else doing the same exact thing. Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm talking about.
here's the thing, like it's not the same exact thing.
Well, like the same type of work, right? You can't like do it.
Except it wouldn't be. That's why I want written confirmation from my boss that he'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
and
there
I
you go.
want I want to. Yeah, but I'm not sure that that's actually enough in court. Like if my boss decides to be an asshole and still drag me to court because of it, like
well, I don't know if he would drag you would be dragging him to court, right? Like he would fire you, say, "Hey, you're doing this. It's not allowed. You're fired."
I guess.
And then you would say, "Hey, that's wrongful termination," and you go to court.
Right, but would I be able to do it? You know, would I win?
If he does, you need ads with new titties, beer, and guns. Just like Frank Reynolds' ad for Patty's Pub. Then you'll get all the business.
Yeah, I guess I need an adjustment on my contract.
Or like, I mean, maybe not even like if he signs something else saying like, "Hey, I know you're doing this, and it's not a problem. It's not a problem with the contract."
Right. He'd need to sign a paper. That's a good point.
I don't know how strong verbal agreements are, like in
no, they're worthless. But it wouldn't be verbal. It would be like an email. That's for sure. I'd make at least I'd make sure to have an email.
Or say like, "Hey, if there's ever a problem, just let me know, and I'll stop doing it." And make that part of the thing.
Yep.
Until it becomes more viable more profitable than working there, right?
I mean, here's the thing: if it becomes profitable, then my boss just like claims some of the revenue, but I keep doing it and possibly on a big.
Just if it works out, just be careful about the legal stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your boss seems nice now, but when money's involved,
I know that. Right? But okay, hold on. My boss is nice. I know he could very easily not be, and I am watching my. Like he likes money more than he likes people. Though he does like people, but he likes money very much.
Yeah, you can't ever cross business people. You never know when they're gonna backstab you.
Exactly. I know that. So I want to be careful. But still, if you're interested in networking class, even just as a personal thing, like I just love teaching stuff. And so even if I'm not making any money, if it's just like we hop on Discord and I teach you stuff, I'd be happy to do it. And I don't think it's exactly competition at this point. Right? It's like a personal thing. Like, can I not, like, would I get in trouble if I taught let's say my sister how to run a Switch? Like, would I get in trouble for that? I don't think so. So yeah, as long as it's a personal thing. Which is a loosely defined term.
Just plug it into the wall and the TV and then you can play Smash. Not that hard to use a Switch.
Okay, Zoomer.
Diva Gremlin.
Okay, so we're at 2 hours. I'm gonna say 2 hours because I think there's like 15, 20 minutes that we're gonna have to cut out or we're not saying anything.
Oh yeah, because I was in the bathroom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're at 2 hours. Anything else we got to talk about?
Did we talk about Smash?
Kinda for like a few minutes. We said we were playing.
Yeah. So we were playing, and it's fun, and I want to play more. Really, I want to play more, but let
me go buy my let me go buy a GameCube controller and we'll play more.
Nice.
My titties. Bay is growing. End of story. Thanks for listening.
Nice.
Win show, Bob.
Yeah. One open Bob.
Later.
Ooh. Alligator. Yeah, Smash is a lot of fun. I'm playing.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like.
I'm not done, you cunt.
I was
Literally
making
not.
I was making a C Bob joke.
So
C Bob on Patreon.
C Bob. What do you mean C Bob?
We'll open the Bob on Patreon.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, you mean we'll all open the Patreon for
Yes. Okay. About you're saying.
So I'm still not 100% sold on what I want to main, which is kind of weird because we've had this conversation earlier. So like I'm doing fine on Corin, but she's kind of boring.
I'm going to main random.
Main what?
Random.
Oh, so you're gonna be bad at the game. Okay. You know there are 74 characters now.
Can beat
right?
you with any character.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll see about that. You know, I still have a few months, like maybe a month and a half of practice. More
We
like 2
will.
I probably have more like 2 months of practice before you get it. So don't be so sure of that. And also, like, it
I
was
am.
really. I'm actually really curious because I genuinely don't know how good you are at the game. Because on one end, I know you're generally pretty darn good at video games.
Neither do I.
And
Never played it.
okay, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Just watch out for his up special.
If I'm still playing core.
But I'm still confident. That's all I need.
Okay.
You just gotta bait out his parry.
Okay, retard. So, as I was saying, I'm still not sure who I want to main. Corin is a lot of fun. Her parry is really good. Her up B is really good, and she has crazy range, especially in the like with her aerials. But she's kind of boring. She doesn't really have any combos. Like she's kind of boring, and she doesn't feel great on the ground. And if I'm up against something like Sonic, Little Mac, or I can't like anything that has really good ground moves, or even Snake. Oh my god! Imagine playing against Snake. Jesus,
Snake.
Snake. Yes, it would just be awful. So, but I've narrowed down my options to Corrin, Bayonetta, and Pikachu. But I might open them up to a few more characters. Pikachu is definitely the best out of the three, but at the same time, he's I don't know if he's the most challenging. I guess Bayo is harder, but I don't know. There are quite a few satisfying things to do with Corrin that I can do right now. And there are also a few satisfying things that I could do with Pikachu that I cannot do right now, like big combos and like keeping someone up in the air with the up air and stuff like that. So essentially Pikachu's harder to play but more rewarding, and Corrin is easier to play fundamentally, but like has fewer flashy things. So I think I really like Corrin in the sense that she really allows me to learn more about the fundamentals of the game, like spacing, timing, baiting attacks, stuff like that, and trying to read my opponent. Because Corrin is very much about punishing moves, because you can easily get punished because most of your attacks actually have a fairly big ending. So you can't just spam stuff. It doesn't work.
You can learn all those things with the characters in my tier list too.
What's that tier list? Oh, is it the tier list where Pikachu is B tier? Oh no, wasn't Pikachu B tier?
I linked. Ooh.
Yeah, I see. Oh, Zero Suit Samus is actually really fucking good. Like from what I've seen, she's actually top tier. And she seemed kind of fun because she has reasonable aerial.
Imagine Wii Sports on the tier list.
Wii Sports is actually really good. Like,
These
not
best
top tier?
characters because I want put my dick in their butt and their mouth and want them to choke me with their thighs.
Samus with armor?
Yes.
I don't think he'd be doing much. I mean, I don't think he can pierce through that armor.
She's a space knight.
Yeah, but
And a
Okay,
space
retard.
princess.
okay, retard. And why Marth? Are you gay? Fucking gay.
Ooh ooh.
And I like Samus, like regular Samus. Like, I don't know. It's so hard. So many characters seem like so much fun for different reasons.
That's why I going to main random.
Yeah. Well, then you start. Then you get to play Terry, and you're sad because you can't use half of his abilities. Because he quite literally plays like an old school fighter character in Smash. So
Life is like a box of random Smash characters. You never know what you're going to get.
That's a meme. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to play Pikachu, but now I feel like I less and less want to. I really like Corrin. Maybe I should try more sword characters. I've tried Shulk, but I don't like his aerials. I know that this is just
Can
me
you feel it
rambling
now,
about-
Mr. Krabs?
I know that this is just me rambling about Smash characters, but I really need to pick. Maybe I could try like Lucina or something. I know she's top tier and she's a sword character. Or maybe Roy, because he's more aggressive. I mean, I can try stuff. You know? I've been avoiding sword characters because I felt like they're boring, but I'm playing fucking Corrin. So yeah, I'm gonna try a few more characters. Are you down to play later, Pal?
Yeah, I just said I'm gonna go get the game controller. We can play
Oh,
again.
like right now?
Yeah, after we're done.
Oh,
And then
nice.
I'm gonna speed run the PC build, and then we can play.
How long though?
How long do you have until you need to sleep?
I mean, it's 10 p.m. So
That's not what I
like-
asked.
I don't know, couple hours.
Well, I'm speed running.
Diva Gremlin.
It's
I'm
okay.
speed
We
running
can
it.
play tomorrow. It's okay. Are you gonna participate to Zeiss's Switch?
I mean,
Christmas?
I can.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in private.
Says won't be a homo. And
Also need that Thursday off, so maybe I work on Maki that day.
Oh yeah, so?
Oh,
tell
you
us
missed
about
it because you were gone. Oh, we already talked about it. Too bad. So sad. You have to listen to the podcast to hear it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So did you start working on
XP.
Did you start working on the second episode?
Gotta listen to the episode to hear it.
Just the screenplay.
If you edit the video, you can hear us talk about it.
No thanks. Do you? Okay. We'll talk about stuff in private. I'll send you dick pics.
And that's all we have for today.
Thank you for listening. And I'm a potato.
Remember
Potato.
to like and subscribe to the Patreon.
Once I have a decent idea of what the episode will play out like, I'll stream myself making the art.
Oh, that's neat. Free content. Content.
You need to get
Moppy face.
an iPad with the app that lets you draw on it. It's actually really good.
Do you have Zeiss, do you have the one of those Wacom
I would, but that cost monies.
Do you have one of those Wacom tablets? They're not so expensive, like $50. I
No,
mean, $50.
just use mouse and keyboard.
Huh. And would that be helpful?
Pro gamer move.
Like, would it help to have one of those tablets thingy?
Maybe, but I'd have to learn it. We'll try it for my next show.
Okay.
Procreate is the app. It's actually supposed to be better than everything else. For iPad. It's like better than like Wacom like display tablets. Is the thing.
Huh.
The iPad.
Okay.
Like apparently iPad, like if Apple just took the iPad and put a keyboard on it, it would be better than most laptops around like the $400 range.
Don't you have an option to have like
You can get like
a Bluetooth?
Yeah, I had to look up lots of programs and how to animate and stuff. Gotta teach myself all these disciplines.
imagine putting in hours to learn work instead of just paying someone else to do it.
Yeah, well, you know how Zai said, money isn't her strong suit, especially when it comes to owning.
Zai's the Jew.
Basically. And that's our time.
Okay,
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Don't forget to send me titty pics.